All right. You know what I just realized? Like what I said in that book, when I said in that last reading that somebody was using some, I mean, like the bills and stuff like this. Somebody used the AI to go through all this stuff really fast or fast read through this stuff to try to break the law to take from other people. And then they hurry up and try to use God's work and put the 10 commandments up. These people like this should get their hands cut off. What I mean by that is they try to make you think it's so lethal, right? But really, this just means that some people have handmaids, they have cows, they have women that they've labeled as cows or their property on this land still today. Nobody is free from whatever this is, okay? So there's only a small group of people that know about this. This is like the middleman or the lesser man trying to get what they can out of the deal too. Underneath the so-called white man or the system is what they like to call it. Um, but it takes away the free will of somebody to do this, all right? You ever heard that term meathead? But if these masculines or feminines are walking around here, okay, with people like Amber Rose, and now their name is a popular name, so we don't know who we're talking about. If people are walking around, they just want to be spoken about, dude. They just do. But if these people are walking around, and you're gonna get yours, all of them gonna get it. They're walking around acting like they're poor. There's probably a couple of girls that's living out their car right now to try to act like they done hit rock bottom so they can hurry up and get boosted to the top, and they have a little sad sob story about what city they came from and everything like this because they really think they're about to be celebrities or something like this, okay? And they know they got money hidden all over the country, all over the nation. I'm hearing somebody name could be Queen of Wands. This could be a tarot reader and stuff like this or something. So somebody just sent that they was shaking the cabin or something like this. Girl, somebody act like she got the only wiener left in the world. I'm trying to tell you, I've had enough in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably gonna get more. You know what I'm saying? If it was about that, I could go get it right now. So, um, but you got to be afraid. You got to be careful these days. About what you're doing and who you're doing it with, because people is, getting people to rub stuff on themselves and then have sex with you and try to act like, well, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know, maybe and you might make a little, you know, and this whole time there's somebody that he's going and getting in the car with and laughing about or something, or she or whatever. But these people are cowardly. That's why I said these people are mentally ill. They need to be removed. They need to be removed from society if people are doing this to people that they supposed to care about. If you're doing this to your wife, and then I'm gonna tell you, if you doing this to your husband or your wife while they living in the house with you, or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, and you got a child there, that's somebody that would be looked at as somebody that would be unfit to have custody. But I feel like somebody is trying to. I'm not having any children right now, and I'm not taking on any children. I'm just not. If somebody think that you're doing something outside culturally or something, like you're trying to help some women or something by having somebody rape them or forcibly impregnate them, and matter of fact, there's no science. We're not doing none of that weird science shit either. And if you think that that's what's going to happen for you, a lot of people just going to end up getting rid of these babies. They're going to be able to go somewhere and get rid of them. Just telling you that now. Because God is not going to allow for you guys to do whatever this is that you think you're doing. A lot of these people are women that's already out there bad. You shouldn't be open up your legs, or you shouldn't have did this. You want to do a baby swap, or you want to put a baby on somebody else. You're going to be punished for these things. You're not getting away with them this time. And you're so silly because a lot of these people done did this 3, 2 of your so-called cycles, and you still doing the same thing. And some of these people are saying, oh, this is what lovers do. Well, we need to go search down all the lovers across the nation because I don't have one. You need to go search down all the nations, lovers. Now, I'm not saying that somebody couldn't be saying that they my lover on the other side, because there is a hill there. All right? There is a big mountain between the lovers. So it might be, that you can't see, what the person is doing, but you also have to remember that the lover is holding fire in their hand and they're throwing it at the person across from them to burn them. And that's an eye for an eye. But she don't have anything but her grapes and most of the cards in her hand. So if she was to do the same thing, if she was to throw something at him, it would be her wealth. It would be her abundance, which is her womb or her eggs or her grapes or her, something like this. Okay. So I just seen that Rihanna had a jersey on that said 1995 or something like this. Now these hoes is just getting that's why I say I know that the masculine ain't got nothing to do with this for real. These is just these women. They're panicking. They're hysterical about something here. And you will not pay, you can't pay me to think that any of these women were first. You can't. You couldn't pay me to think that. And even if they was first, if they was first, they was never the only. And the point is, somebody, if they was the best, the person didn't fully leave the situation. It's almost weird because I feel like these other the famous girls, they got to be seen with this person in front of millions of people on TV. I got to been spied on for the whole amount or the whole amount of the marriage, whether it was this person or a group that they were involved with or a coven or I didn't ever knew he was in the coven or whatever. So like I said, if this is the case with some of y'all situations, these people don't have nothing on you. Somebody thought that they were so smart at one point in time. And now this shit is starting to crumble. And these girls is gnashing their teeth, you know, in these streets. Excuse me. Those child abusers that you got sitting on the panel in the high places and in the courts that don't want to get in trouble for raping and molesting lots of kids in the village, whether this is financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, abusing and things like this, and you think you're going to sit on these councils, you're not. All this, girl, listen to what we be saying on these channels. All this stuff, either they don't have the power that you think, you giving them too much power and glory for whatever this is that they think that they're doing. Because even if they're creating a secondary narrative or something of a world or something like this, it's obviously not touching you. It's kind of like an illusion. It's kind of like an illusion. But it seems like it is important, but only if you want to deal with those type of people. If you don't want to deal with them type of people, let them take that shit somewhere. Who cares? If I know I'm not a rapist and a murderer, okay? If I know I'm not a rapist and a murderer, then why would I care about being on a list with rapists and murderers and hanging out with them all day? If somebody thought you was this and that, why did they do this and that? Why did they still hang out with you? If they thought you was a trap, you know how people say, "Oh, if your girl is like this, then ain't you like that?" Why was these people still hanging out with you if they was calling you such a big whore? Why? Because that's meditated homicide. If these are your ladies in waiting, these ladies will go to jail for life. I'm not your ladies in waiting. Your lady in waiting, I never was. I never will be because you are not the fucking queen. Whoever this is, this phantom energy that's trying to challenge me. Now, I might not have known that I was a queen, but you thought you knew that you was a queen. And you used this to your advantage here. You used the advantage that I didn't know my true identity. You use that advantage. That's already a violation. Already a violation. You would think that this is a people, because when that woman in that Bible is saying, it's kind of hurtful when she say that. It used to be when I used to read it, but now it's not. Okay, um, that she raised them people, or she was good to the people. Excuse me. So again, if you could look around at your life and you can see that you was mainly good to people, and this is happening to you, these people gonna get it. If somebody really have real family or kin or whatever like this, these people would be sitting right next to you right now trying to figure this out. Whatever's going on with you, you would have had a phone call. I think if a bunch of people are sitting around and talking or saying we need to get this person out the family or whatever like this, you panicking because somebody know what you're doing first of all. But I would say shame on the parents that went to the courtroom and got other family members together, including the spouse of this person, to go and say things about them. Okay. But you haven't once picked up the phone to call that person. Did you get what I just said? You knew you hadn't seen this person in 10 years or 15 years, and you went and you testified or something like this against somebody. People are so weird, man. And I hear somebody saying, say you love me, because they know this that something keeps going, something keeps going left. And I tell you who's gonna have to get somebody gonna got to have to get somebody. I'm telling you, y'all, whoever y'all people is in the background or whatever this is, you may have seen it. You may say, "Oh, I'm staying alive. I'm just gonna shut my mouth at this point, or I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna do that." Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Because a lot of these people are talking about the measure of a woman, but some of these people are your stalkers. Some of these people, these men just need to, once you set your eyes on a woman that's in another man's house, and she unknown, and this ain't like nobody that's working, that's no worker or nothing like this, okay? This is nobody that's working, that's no worker, all right? They could also be doing this to a daughter or something like this. Somebody was these family members of this village or this group of people or this coven, they have been messing with your children since they was little. Since they had a Nintendo DS, these people is breaking in and hacking in and attacking your children. Bitch, you gotta go. And any nigga that call themselves the baby daddy or the spouse or something of you and hanging around with a piece of trash like that, and they clapping them on saying, yeah, she look at her, she's got moves like Jagger. You better move out the way, motherfucker, because these is the people that we need to find today, and they need to be eliminated. They need to be taken the fuck care of. Because you mad because somebody ignoring you or trying to move on with their life or something like this, and so you want to do little things like that, or you want to threaten somebody. Most of these people won't even come out of the dark. That's the sad thing.